2021 as we join together here online for our morning music and mindfulness prayer experience. Today is also Yom HaShoah. Today is our day of remembrance for the Holocaust in Jewish tradition. And so our prayer service this morning will include a few melodies that draw our attention to memory, as well as our normal morning blessings and prayers. If you're joining this morning, please comment on Facebook or on YouTube. Let us know that you're here with us. We have been bringing this morning prayer service here online to connect us through for over a year now. And it's been a real pleasure and honor for me to connect with you online and to hear from all of you who've joined in. And so I thank you for being with us this morning. If you're praying along, we use Mishkan Tefillah, our Reform Movement prayer book. And we'll begin this morning with gratitude, as our morning traditional prayers teach us to do. Page 24 in Mishkan Tefillah, Modeh Ani, Moda Ani. And this melody is one that builds from what can be the challenges of gratitude, perhaps, to the hope of gratitude. Good morning, David Glickman. I see you've just tuned in. Page 24, Modeh Ani. I hope you'll sing along with me. Modeh Ani lefanecha melechai v'kayam. 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 Shechazarta bi nishmati bechemla. Shechazarta bi nishmati bechemla. Rabba emunatecha. Modeh Ani lefanecha melechai v'kayam. Modeh Ani lefanecha Shechazarta bi nishmati bechemla. Shechazarta bi nishmati bechemla. Rabba emunatecha. Rabba emunatecha. Rabba emunatecha. Good morning, Matt, Jennifer, John, David, all those who've commented. If you're with us on Facebook, welcome. Good morning. And I hope that you are singing along. Having a chance to pray and reflect this morning together is such a blessing. Of course, as I mentioned already, today is also Yom HaShoah, our Holocaust Remembrance Day in Jewish tradition. And one of the things we can do to remember and is live our lives fully. Good morning, Nancy. Boker Tov. One of the things we can do to remember is to live our lives fully, to acknowledge the blessings we have each day. It's not easy to do. It's not easy to do. That's what that melody and melody, I think, reminds us a little bit, that it can be hard to say, Modeh ani, modim anachnu, we are grateful. But that's all the more reason why it's important. And it can lift our spirit and joy when we do. This melody is one that reminds us to give thanks for our soul within our body, for our bodies as themselves. Good morning, Joe. Boker Tov. Page 34 in Mishkan Tefillah, Elohai Neshama. Elohai Neshama. God, the soul you have given me is pure.
אתה ברכה, אתה יצרת, אתה נבחת בי, ואתה משמרה בקרבי. אלוהי, אלוהי, נשמה, שנתת
Our morning blessings move from blessing into praise. If there is something that you are grateful for today, if there is something specific you can name that is a blessing in your life, a miracle of your everyday, whether that's waking up, whether that's something that you ate this morning, you had a food to eat to sustain your body, you were able to get out of bed, whatever that might be, please feel free to share a blessing in the comments on Facebook or on YouTube. Let us know what it is that you are grateful for today. Let us know what the blessings are in your life as we move along in our morning prayers from blessing into praise. And as we do that, wow, good morning from Croatia. Thank you, Bia and Pamela. Thank you for joining us, all of you who are joining us. Matthew, for COVID vaccines. Amen. For vaccines, we are grateful. We are grateful for all of the blessings in our lives. And our morning blessings, our morning prayers teach us to move from blessing into praise. But on a day that we are remembering the Shoah, that we're remembering the victims of the Holocaust, the Psalms of praise may ring perhaps a little too joyful in our ears. And so I'm going to offer in their place a psalm we can find in Mishkan Tefillah in Hebrew on page 578. Shiviti havaya lenegdi tamid. I sit with all being, with God's presence before me at all times. Shiviti havaya lenegdi tamid. Havaya ahava. All being can be expressed and connected by love. Havaya means one of God's many names. Ahava is how we say love. Hebrew again is on page 578 in Mishkan Tefillah. This will be our psalm of praise this morning, reminding ourselves that love can be a legacy of remembrance.
Shiviti Havaya Lenegdi Tamid Shiviti Havaya Lenegdi Tamid Havaya 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 Ahava 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 Havaya 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 Ahava 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 Shiviti Havaya Lenegdi Tamid Shiviti Havaya Lenegdi Tamid Havaya 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 Ahava 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 Havaya 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 Ahava 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 Havaya 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 Ahava 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 Havaya 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 Ahava Ahava Ahava
Our morning blessings turn and move into Shema and its blessings. Page 64 and 65 in Mishkan Tefillah. Let's take a deep breath. The Shema is our statement of God's oneness. It's our statement of the oneness of the universe, that oneness that transcends all being, that connects us to one another in all space and time. And so we're going to sing the Shema this morning, and I'm going to focus on the breath. I'm going to focus on the breath on page 64 with Shema. And I'm going to try and offer each word with one breath, and I encourage you to do the same with me.
Shema לעולם ועד.
Of course, one of the ways we remember all the martyrs of our tradition is to live proudly as Jews. And traditionally, we think of all those victims of the Shoah as martyrs because they died for nothing more than being Jewish. They died for nothing more than who they were, however they felt about being Jewish. And so one of the ways we show that love and live that legacy, and one of the prayers we say to remind ourselves is this part of the Shema, Ve'ahavta. And on page 67 we have the words of our teacher, Rabbi Richard Levy. If we can hear the words from Sinai, then love will flow from us. And we shall serve all that is holy with all our intellect and all our passion and all our life. If we can serve all that is holy, we shall be doing all that humans can to help the rains to flow, the grasses to be green, the grains to be golden like the sun, and the rivers to be filled with life once more. All the children of God shall eat, and there will be enough. But if we turn from Sinai's words, if we serve only what is common or profane, if we make gods of our own comfort and power, then the holiness of life will contract for us. Our world will grow inhospitable. Let us therefore lace these words and our passion to our passion and our intellect. Let us bind them as a sign upon our hands. Let us write them in mezuzot upon our doors and teach them to our children, to all the children that we might meet. Let us honor the generations that came before us. Let us remember the generations that came before us, keeping the promise for all those yet to be. Part of that promise is an eternal promise, and as we move into our moments of tefillah, I'll offer two melodies. One is the traditional words on page 74 that begin our tefillah, God, open my lips that my mouth might declare your praise. And then we'll sing the words of Hannah Senesh, the words of the brave Hebrew poet who was also a paratrooper, honoring and trying to save those heroically, doing what she could in her time. Her words, Eli, Eli, which you can find in Mishkan Tefillah on page 653, are words that remind us of the eternal quality of nature and the world itself that lives far beyond each one of us. And so I encourage you to either join in the words of the Tefillah, page 74 through page 100, or sing along with me, page 653.
שפתי תפתח ופי יגיד תהילתך. אלי, אלי, שלא ייגמר לעולם. החול והים, ריש רוש של המים, ברק השמיים, תפילת האדם. החול והים, ריש רוש של המים, ברק השמיים, the the crash of the heavens, the prayer of the heart, the sand and the sea, the rush of the waters, the crash of the heavens, the prayer of the
Throughout the past year and more, we have offered this morning mindfulness experience weekly here with Congregation Kol Ami, and so many of you have joined in. And one of the reasons we've done that is to offer prayer for healing. A prayer for healing. And this Mishaberach for healing is no different. If there's someone you're remembering today and thinking of them for their well-being and praying for their health and wholeness, please speak their name aloud, send them a text message, let them know you're thinking of them, and you can let us know too in the comments here on Facebook or on YouTube.
Sheberach Avotenu Avraham, Yitzchak veYaakov. Mi sheberach imotenu Sarah, Rivka, Leah veRachel. May the one who blessed our mothers, may the one who blessed our fathers, hear our prayer. Hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, and bless us as well. Bless us with the power of your healing. Bless us with the power of your hope. May our hearts be filled with understanding and strengthened by the power of your love. Sheberach Avotenu Avraham, Yitzchak veYaakov. Sheberach imotenu Sarah, Rivka, Leah veRachel. May the one who blessed our mothers, blessed our fathers, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, and bless us as well. Bless us with a vision for tomorrow. Help us reach out to those in pain. May the warmth of friendship ease our sorrow. Give us courage, give us faith, show us the way. Sheberach Avotenu, Sheberach imotenu, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, and bless us as well.
May all those in need of healing know refuah shlema, refuat hanefesh, refuat haguf, healing of the body and of the spirit. And may we say Amen. Of course, on this Yom HaShoah, we are remembering all those in the world, really, but specifically in Jewish tradition, and in those victims of the Holocaust, those who we have in our own lives and families, those whom there are none left to remember. And on page 583 in Mishkan Tefillah, we'll conclude with a melody about remembrance. But, of course, before we do that, thank you for being with us this morning for this morning music and mindfulness prayer experience with Congregation Kol Ami here in West Hollywood, California. You can join us for all of our programs online, and some of them starting to be hybrid in person by visiting our website, kol-ami.org. Tomorrow night, our Shabbat evening service begins at 6:30 p.m., streaming here on Facebook and on YouTube. On Sunday, we'll have the second installment of our Beyond the Binary series on gender and Judaism. If you missed the first one, that's okay. You can still join us Sunday at 4 p.m. Pacific. Again, the details are on our website. Coming up in just a few weeks is our annual gala online. This year, the theme is One Singular Sensation, Broadway in West Hollywood, and we need your support. This is our biggest fundraiser of the year. Please, if you don't have a ticket, please consider buying a ticket to join us online and celebrate with us and our honorees, Stuart Levitin, Dr. Susan Igdaloff, and Glenn Rosenblum. Again, find out everything on our website, kol-ami.org, kol-ami.org. And so we conclude in remembrance this morning, remembering all those victims of the Holocaust, remembering all those in our own lives over this past year, perhaps, that we've lost to COVID. Whoever it is you're remembering, may this melody be a source of comfort, that even in the rising of the sun and the blowing of the wind, in all of the moments of nature that we connect with, we want to remember them.
The blowing of the wind, we remember. In the opening of buds, we remember. We remember. In the blueness of the sky, we remember. In the rustling of leaves, we remember. As the year starts and it ends, we remember. We remember. When we're weary and need strength, we remember. When we're lost and sick at heart, we remember. When we've joys we yearn to share, we remember. We remember. So long as we live, they too shall live. They are now a part of us. They are now a part of us. They are now a part of us. As we remember, we remember, we remember.
Boker Tov. Good morning. We hope to see you again